If you guys are watching this, the website, Noseworthy.com, the shop tab is up and live right now. It went up just a few minutes ago. Bit tough to balance. I chose 12 noon. I guess I wasn't really thinking. Home with the girls. It was a bit of a struggle to get it up, but things are already selling, so you might want to get over there and check that out. So just a little update. Now we're on. Today's December 1st, so we are starting with some Christmas content. We're heading into a more relaxing time for me now. I've busted my butt for the last couple months so that I could have a nice relaxing December, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So check out the website, and I've got to get on to making dinner for these girls. Look at the weather that we have here this evening. Just beautiful, and I have to take advantage of it and put up some Christmas lights. The dad is here giving me a hand. This is the first day we've had like calm like this for probably a couple weeks now. We live right on the Atlantic Ocean, so this is just a little harbor that comes in off the ocean, so of course we get a lot of wind here. So got to take advantage of the calm days. It's also mild today, so it's like absolute perfect weather to be getting up and putting on some lights. We've already done coming up around the garage here, just doing along the back of the garage, and then getting up to the high roof. Going with these nice LED lights. Very excited to be putting up Christmas lights this year. This will be the first year, because we've always lived in apartments. This will be the first year that we've actually got to like really decorate our house with lights. So very excited. First Christmas in our new home this year. I just got to swing up to that corner then to be tidy.
And try to hook something right up.
I'm trying to tie one on. Man, it's going to be that flimsy?
Oh yeah.
Like a noodle.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Big pink in this one.
I don't like that.
What?
That flimsy.
You
Sure? You won't give way?
Oh, it's not going to give way.
Oh man, there's some... I don't remember it being flexible like that.
Well, it is. We are.
I've got to walk fast and thin now so they think I'm bold. I should have, yeah, I should have put my ladder in there further. Not right on the hinge. It's the ocean. All done, guys. Just a reminder, Dad and I with our lights on, a reminder that we actually use our lights. So when I talk about being a big fan of the Olight products, it's not one of those fellas that turns it on once every blue moon to carry the groceries in from the vehicle or something. Our lights get used. Dad probably uses his even more than me. And yeah, they sure came in handy again tonight. But full roof done. I know Mr. Wingfield is going to have something to say about me not being tied off on the roof, but look at that nice sky. It is, let's see, 10 minutes after 5 p.m. So that was pretty good, eh? That was pretty quick. Yeah, all done. All done. Yeah, I'll shine the camera for you.
Can't see in the night, eh?
No.
Dark.
Your light almost did too. Went entirely around the house. I don't know if you can see. That is the end plug right there. Not 4 inches extra. And we did all the eave right around, so. Yes, sir. And we started them right here, so the end plug is right in this corner. I'll just run a small extension cord down probably the corner joiner here. Maybe even poke in through the soffit, eh? Yeah. I'll just wrap and come up through the soffit there and come inside. Way to go. Now there's one last step to getting those lights up and running. I need to make up an extension cord. I just wanted to mention, I was just thinking about this several times within this past year since I've moved here to the new location, and in the previous location as well where I lived. I had to make up small cables and stuff, and since I've been in here, of course, I wired my shop entirely, and I did a bunch of electrical in the house as well. At minimum, I would suggest anyone who owns a house, and I don't know of anyone that does it. Maybe a lot of you do already, I don't know, but I would suggest buying at least a roll, it's not that expensive, of household wire. This is 14.2. My shop here is wired a little heavier with 12.2, and I have quite a bit, probably half a roll, probably 100 yards of BX cable, steel braided 12.2, so heavy cable here. And it's so handy, it's nice, and with things going on and things closing down and stuff being harder to get, and of course as we saw there this past spring when a lot of contractors and stuff weren't allowed into homes to get work done, you couldn't buy a lot of supplies. It's really handy to have stuff like this around. This stuff can really get you out of a bind, having a roll of wire, whether you have to make out an extension cord like I'm about to do now, whether you need to throw a light somewhere, whether you have some kind of problem in your house and you kind of need to restring something, even in like a temporary manner, like outside the wall or something. It's just handy to have a setup like this around. So I'd advise go. This was a 246 foot roll, so quite a bit, which I believe is what, 75 meters, I think they are. Does it say? No, it doesn't say. 246 feet. And I'm just thinking now, I said I had about 100 yards of the BX cable left. It's not. It's more like 100 feet or a little better. But yeah, highly recommend getting yourself a roll of cable and just electrical supplies in general. Always have a few extra receptacles around, a few extra cans, light cans, plug-ins like this. Really nice to have around, barrettes and basic things like that. None of it is very expensive individually. I believe a roll of wire like this is like, well, it was probably 6 months ago, it was probably like 60 or 70 bucks. 70 bucks, I believe, for a roll like that. But 250 feet of cable, of course you could see it would last you a long time. Ends like this, good quality ends, are a little bit expensive, close on $5 a piece here for these, but that's not a lot to have a couple round. Receptacles are usually $3-4 for decent ones. Cans are a couple bucks, so it's not hard to spend, say, $200 and have a whole bunch of new electrical supplies, cable, ends, connectors, all kinds of stuff around that could really save you a lot of time and trouble at a time when materials and labor is hard to get in. I'm going to go ahead and put the outside end on first. Now this will probably cost me more than a certain extension cord, but I know I've got good quality cable there. I know it's put together good because I made it myself, and all that's here local is really long, like 25-foot extension cords that are like neon colors, and I don't want the mess strung inside of my workshop there. Don't want all that mess, and I don't want that neon color hanging outside my house. So this hanging through the soffit and curling up around my heave will be a lot tidier of a setup. This wire is nice and thin too, nice and soft, extending through my soffit. If you're looking for a good set of strippers, I picked these up this spring, and man, have they been good. Super sharp. I like this style of cutter. Really sharp, feel nice in the hand. Just basic, the Vice Grip brand. Got a lock on them there. They lock together so you don't beat them up in your toolkit. Highly recommend. Try to put the link to them down in the description. It's nice to have good cutters and not have to be, you know, stripping stuff around with your pocket knife and stuff. So you put your cable clamp on first, then triple wire, so ground, black and white. White always goes to the silver. There's a ground, usually goes to a greenish color, and then there's usually a brass screw for the black. And that is the same if you're buying like receptacles or switches or anything like that. Green, silver, and brass. At least anything I've dealt with, I assume that is the standard. So notice how those little clamps work there. So no soldering or anything like that. This has to fit just so. So I just brought it in through and cut it to length inside, so it's the exact length I need. I'm guessing there's probably 15 feet or so of wire. That should do it right there. You see we have a nice tidy homemade cord cut to length. So let's see if we have any pops. Nothing? Let's see if we have Christmas lights. And we do. Oh, lovely. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, guys. I hope you found some value in it. Nice little project finished up for the day. Now it's into the shop. Knife work for the rest of the day. So thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Go ahead, buy yourself a roll of electrical wire and some components. I can't legally advise you to do any of your own work. Your insurance company would probably tell you not to, but most things, like basic things, wiring in a light switch, a plug, making up a cord like that, are fairly simple, easy DIY projects. So hope you found some value in it. Like I said, get yourself set up. Very happy with those lights, new LEDs. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.